Well, take a close look at this eyewitness video of Lake Martin in Alabama. Now, if you look out there, ew, it kind of looks like pond scum or maybe algae. No, it's actually pollen sitting on top of the water. A sure sign of spring. The pollen is just everywhere. The top of my car kind of looks like that right now.
But here's the thing, all that pollen you can see really doesn't aggravate most people. It's the one you can't see that we know is also out there. That really hits people. Hey, welcome back to Weather Center. Well, yeah, the pollen, the allergies, the sniffling and sneezing. Yeah, we sometimes get it because we are in what some people call the dreaded season of spring.
Our Alexandra Steele has more on why this spring is especially tough on some allergy sufferers.
Coughing, sneezing, itchy eyes. It is allergy season.
In my face, in my nose, I can feel it in my lungs.
Allergies are one of the unpleasant sides of spring, and Americans are experiencing one of the worst years ever.
It's hit very hard. The patients who are having the symptoms are having more symptoms now.
Pollen likes the warmth, but part of the blame, the unseasonably cold winter. That led to some late bloomers.
Well, the trees and the plants release their pollen when the temperature is right for them. So they like relatively warmer nights and days, and that's why we're seeing the heavy release of pollen the last few days. Now, when it rains, pollen counts are going to go down. When it gets very cold, pollen counts are going to go down. But when it warms up again, the trees are going to release their pollen.
Unfortunately, your allergy misery is far from over. I'm meteorologist Alexandra Steele.
Well, one of the culprits is the tree pollen out there, so let's take a look at where that is the highest right now. And Texas up into Oklahoma, that's in the very high category, as is the southeast. In fact, I've already, and I'm one of them, saying, come on, rain for Thursday, because I know a lot of us want that temporary relief that the rain is going to bring. Temporary. Keyword.
It's okay. Forget parts of the UP of Michigan, even New England, starting to get bad as well. So here are a few survival tips to help you get through this spring season and some seasonal allergies.
Stay inside when those pollen counts are at their peak, and also on windy days when pollen might be present in higher amounts in the air. You want to keep the windows closed and the air conditioning on, and when you're in the car, you can hit the recirculate button. That means you won't bring in all that outside air filled with pollen.
Wash your hands and face when you come inside to remove any pollen, and wash your hair before you go to bed, especially if you spend any time outdoors.
Kind of stinks because this is the time of year I like to have those windows open. Well, for more information on how to prepare for pollen in your area, log on to weather.com. You'll see a link on the front page for the pollen forecast.
It's a great tool. Just click on the link and then put in your city or zip code, and you can see the pollen counts and the types of pollen that are highest in your area.
Well, take a look at this video from New York City's Central Park. A dream wedding, but, you know, it might be a nightmare for you if you suffer from allergies. All the warm weather, it has put the trees in full bloom. They look gorgeous, though, and the temperatures, they will continue to rise in the east at least the next few days. Paul has a closer look at that forecast.